Being an actor isn't an easy gig. Imagine what it would be like to live in someone else's head for months at a time. Sure, they get paid well, but sometimes the job takes its toll nonetheless. Here are 10 famous actors who broke down on set. Jared Leto. Now that Suicide Squad has been released for mass consumption, the shroud of secrecy over Jared Leto's Joker has been lifted. Although he featured heavily in the marketing, the Joker still somehow remained a mystery. After hearing about the unconventional gifts Leto sent to his castmates, some people began to wonder about the actor. Dead animals and used condoms were some of the presents, and the recipients were less than enthused. Co-star Margot Robbie went on the record saying she was legitimately scared of the actor during filming, and when you consider the research Leto did in preparation for the character, he had no reason to smile. Sir Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen has been acting since the 1960s and has over 100 credits to his name. Beginning with theater, McKellen has honed his craft over time and been cast in some of Hollywood's most legendary roles. But most audiences will recognize him for his work as Gandalf in the big screen adaptations of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings series. Beginning with the main trilogy from 2001 to 2003, the actor reprised his role in the recent prequel series The Hobbit. But a lot has changed between 2001 and now, and while the first movies were shot with as many manual effects as possible, the filmmakers opted for more CGI the second time around. Realizing he was now performing alone on a green screen soundstage, the actor began to weep, seemingly longing for the days when acting was a team sport.
Shit in your pants and dive in and swim.
Lawrence Tierney and Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino's movies aren't for everyone. They're usually violent, profanity-laden, and propped up by a series of pop culture monologues. Since Tarantino has been on the scene for a couple of decades now, the director has established his style and amassed a hardcore fan base in the process. But back when he was the new guy, the filmmaker encountered a little too much resistance and ended up in a tussle with Hollywood legend Lawrence Tierney. Apparently, the actor didn't trust that Tarantino knew what he was doing, and the altercation escalated into a full-on beatdown. This can of whoop-ass was opened on the first week of filming, and thankfully the two men didn't have to work together after that.
Here's Johnny!
Shelley Duvall. If you want to make an omelet, you gotta crack a few eggs, right? Well, when Stanley Kubrick was working on The Shining, the egg he cracked was one of his leads. The director picked on Shelley Duvall so relentlessly that the actress had more than one breakdown over the course of filming. Plus, Kubrick stopped anyone who tried to intervene on her behalf and claimed that it was all part of the process. While it's hard to say how the movie would look if everything was hunky-dory during filming, there's an argument to be made about basic human respect. But when the final product is artistically stunning, that doesn't seem to matter.
We're on the same page.
Christian Bale. After the summer release of an all-female Ghostbusters, the whole world is now familiar with the concept of blind rage. But before we all became so enlightened, it was still shocking to see such genuine anger stem from trivial occurrences. When filming Terminator Salvation in 2009, the director of photography became the target of Christian Bale's ire after accidentally distracting him between takes. Bale is a serious actor with serious methods, and any crew member who doesn't respect that, accidentally or otherwise, is in for a really loud, incredibly angry wake-up call. After the DOP got caught in the middle of a verbal shitstorm, audio of the interaction made its way to the internet. The actor apologized for his outburst, sort of, and then moved on with his life. And since he's not the kind of person we want to piss off, we're gonna move on now.
I'm Rachel.
Sean Young. All things considered, it's a miracle that a movie like Blade Runner ever got made. Based on the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, the film is an intense one. The studio threatened to pull the movie's budget and actually made good on their threat. Director Ridley Scott had to be persuaded to take on the job, and after filming a scene where co-star Harrison Ford gets a little too violent, actress Sean Young called for a timeout. Apparently, to ease the tension, Ford flashed his butt cheeks around set and made everyone giggle.
Why don't you ask?
Wesley Snipes. When Wesley Snipes showed up to make Blade Trinity, his attitude wasn't great, and he acted like a kid being forced back to school after an awesome summer break. Snipes was snippy with director David Goyer right from the get-go, and it didn't take long for the two men to come to blows. Goyer showed up with some grisly biker-looking dudes the next day, and Snipes allegedly took to his trailer instantly, chain-smoking pot and communicating exclusively through post-its. The actor went full teenager and pouted for the rest of the shoot. Jessica Chastain. Sometimes, in order to tell a story, actors have to put themselves in situations that make them squeamish. The issue of using torture to gain information is complex, and the subject of great debate. Talking about it is one thing, but having it happen right in front of you is another. Jessica Chastain had to take a long break after filming a waterboarding scene for 2012's Zero Dark 30. Even though it's a highly controlled environment in reality, movies wouldn't be movies if they didn't feel real. And for everyone on set that day, the mood was a tense one.
I don't follow, sir.
Martin Sheen. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong during the filming of Apocalypse Now. The movie was doomed from the start. Weather delays, wild animals, and sick cast and crew all made for a horrible shoot. It's no wonder Martin Sheen had a complete emotional breakdown after getting wasted in front of the camera. The hotel room scene is 100% real. The blood, the booze, the tears, all of it. The actor even suffered a heart attack at another point. His character's turmoil feels genuine, and unfortunately, that's because it was.
I shouldn't have gone in there.
Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley went from being an unknown to having a major Hollywood presence overnight. Thus is the power of the Star Wars franchise. The Force Awakens was a hugely successful installment and brought both hardcore and brand new fans together. But on the first day of filming, Ridley wasn't sure how much longer she'd be sticking around. It turns out the actress was on the receiving end of criticism from director J.J. Abrams, who thought her performance was wooden. In the big picture, that comment might seem inconsequential, but if someone said that to you on your first day, in front of dozens of people, you'd probably take it pretty hard too. So what do you think of our list? Did we miss any actors who broke down while filming? Tell us about them in the comments, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.